The weekend is set, guys, and now it's time to put work in weekend and procrastinate like pro, which we always do, because it's gonna be a football feast for all fans. Barcelona versus Real Madrid in the final of Supercopa de Español and El Clasico finals after years. And from Premier League, it's gonna be a Manchester derby, Man United versus City, and last but not the least, the North London derby, Arsenal versus Spurs. Like, that's mouth-watering, isn't it? But anyway, we need this kind of buzz after World Cup because World Cup set the standards very high for a football game. But anyway, out of all this game, our main focus would be on El Clasico. Of course, it will be on El Clasico. But yeah, we will talk about other games later on. But for now, let's jump on to the El Clasico. So anyway, the stage is set for an El Clasico final for the cup competition, which has Spain in it, but it's been played as Saudi Arabia, Spanish Super Cup or Supercopa de Español. But to be fair, the best part about this El Clasico is that unlike the previous one that happened this season, you certainly cannot pick a favorite one from this matchup. Both are inconsistent at the moment, even though Barca hasn't lost a single game after the World Cup and Real Madrid just got bodied by Villarreal in La Liga. But still, you know, it's final and anyone can step up, as Barca would be eager to get their hands on title and Real Madrid would be eager to get their form back and defend the title. So of course, the stakes are indeed high, and it will be always high because it's an El Clasico. Well, both the teams had to sweat a lot to get into the final because both of them have won on penalties in semi-final. But first, let's talk about Real Madrid. I mean, they always find a way to get their job done, isn't it? Especially when it comes down to the big games. But even for their own standards this season, they have been pretty inconsistent. In last 9 games, they have just won 4 of them, drawing 2 and losing 3. And the recent defeat against Villarreal has put them on 3 points behind league leaders Barcelona. And even against Valencia in the semi-final, Real Madrid was poor. And when it came down to defending, they were so vulnerable. I mean, they are lucky they got Thibaut Courtois because their defense has a lot of problems. I mean, they're not just getting the basics right. And it's the same defensive problem all this season. Constant mismatched and unpositional players. I mean, they are not able to track the runs, the offside trap is just not working, and if they got stretched, they open up very quickly. And maybe this time you feel Barcelona have a chance. And coming back to our Barcelona, well, it ain't much different than of Real Madrid. Though we are consistent, but not in terms of winning, but in terms of blowing up our lead. I mean, it has been the same story in each and every game after the World Cup. And it's something that Barcelona needs to improve because against the big opponents like Real Madrid, it would cost us. Anyway, as said, Real Madrid's defense is not in a good state, not at all sync, and that's why Barcelona has to make it count this time. Targeting those wide areas, making those runs inside the box from the center of the pitch are gonna be crucial ones, especially those third man runs from the midfield, because these are the runs that are hard to track. And talking about midfield, well, Xavi will certainly have this question, whom to start, Busquets or Frankie de Jong. Well, let me know what you guys think about this. Who should start the game, Frankie de Jong or Busquets? The other areas that Barcelona need to be at their best is the full-back area, the right-back area especially, where Vinicius is gonna work. Because Real Madrid is that kind of team who hurts you, who kills you in the transition, and as Barcelona plays with that high line, they're always vulnerable for the counter-attack. And that's why Koundé as a right-back and Araujo and Christensen as a centre-back duo needs to be in starting 11. Because even when we are suffering, they are the reason why we managed to get those wins in past few games. And along with this, guys, the another main reason why we are doing so good in this season in terms of our defense is the Lord Ter Stegen. Dude has been a whole lot of different version of himself since he took that hair transplant. But anyway, he has been fantastic throughout the season and he's the main reason why Barcelona reached to final, because he made those 2 crucial saves into the penalty shootout against Real Betis. And even throughout the game against Real Betis, he made some crucial saves because Betis were just on it. I thought like if they have took their chances and if they have scored from it, I think they would have won this. We won't have to see that penalty shootout because I think Betis were the better team, to be honest. Because the way they were easily creating those chances from wide areas by attacking the weak point of Barcelona, the full-back area, Jordi Alba and Sergio Roberto. And well, that makes the case clear. I mean, Jordi Alba, I don't know, like you could use him as a substitution maybe in La Liga games, but he's not a big game player and also not Sergio Roberto. But still, the main point of concern for Barcelona is that Betis managed to get back into the game 2 times. And that's why against Real Madrid, if we took the lead, we need to kill the game as soon as possible. Anyway, now let's get to predictions. And well, if you are following me through the World Cup, well, I have made some good predictions from the World Cups as well. But anyway, in this game, I think looking at how both of the teams are inconsistent at the moment, I think the game will end as a 2-2 draw until there's 90 minutes, and in extra time, both the teams will score and the game will go to the penalties. That's it, and from there, Barcelona will win the game. I hope. I hope Barcelona will win the game. Anyway, now let's talk a little bit about Premier League. Manchester derby, well at the moment, Manchester United. The Ten Hag ball is flowing flawlessly right now. Marcus Rashford getting back into the form, Casemiro doing his magic, and on the other hand, City just got kicked out by Southampton into the cup from the cup competition. And well, that defeat was so huge for Pep Guardiola that he's thinking to using some ridiculous tactics against Manchester United.
I have a few ideas, thoughts there, ridiculous ones against United.
Interesting what would be his ridiculous tactics, because it's Pep Guardiola, he can do anything. Anyway, now talking about the points table, Manchester United are on the 4th spot with 35 points and City are on the 2nd with 39 points, 5 points just behind the league leaders Arsenal. And talking about Arsenal, who will face Tottenham Hotspurs in the North London derby. Well, at the moment, Spurs are on the 5th spot with 33 points, just 2 points away from Manchester United. And as a neutral, I want to see City winning against Manchester United and Spurs defeating Arsenal. And if this happens, the league will get wide open. I mean, the title race will get more exciting. So anyway, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching the video. That was just an exciting weekend preview from me. Anyway, as usual, do make sure you like and share this video and subscribe to the channel. And as usual, I'll meet you soon with another new video. Until that time, as you all know, just enjoy the game.